Chapter 3. The Lights Stayed On. Too long. I knew something had shifted when the porch light stayed on too long. Not just once. Not like he forgot, but like he was waiting for someone who never came. There's a difference between forgetting and hoping. He'd never cared much for lights before. His house was usually dark when he wasn't in it. Like even the walls knew how to play cool. But now that single bulb burned through the night, casting a tired glow across the empty driveway, like a lighthouse with no ships coming. That's how absence begins. Not with noise, with little changes, lights left on, packages left unopened, windows half drawn, like eyes too tired to stay open. He didn't leave the house much that week, didn't blast music, didn't bring anyone home. I could count how many times I saw him, once to grab mail, once to toss a trash bag that sagged like it hadn't been taken out in days. The rest of the time, his blinds spoke for him. One morning I saw him through the front window, just sitting, not eating, not scrolling, just there. He had his head in his hands, eyes locked on nothing, and I knew. I've sat like that before. That's not laziness. That's grief's first shadow, not a complete sadness. Just a fog that dulls everything, like life has dropped 2 shades of contrast. The kind of sadness that isn't loud enough to cry, but too heavy to name, and still I said nothing. Not because I didn't care, but because timing is a language, and no man will ever hear truth if it arrives too early, or too loud. The streetlight flickered out one evening, the one closest to his driveway. It buzzed for a few seconds, then blinked into darkness like it was tired of pretending to. That's when he stepped outside, hands in his hoodie, socks on concrete. He walked halfway down the driveway and stopped. Not at the mailbox or the curb, just in the middle, like he didn't know where he was going and wasn't sure he wanted to get there. He looked up at the broken streetlight, then in the sky, and then back at the house. He didn't stay out long, just enough to feel the air, just enough to stand in something real. Then he turned back, porch light still burning behind him like a question. And I sat there on my porch watching it all, saying nothing. Because some men aren't ready to talk. They're barely ready to feel. And presence, not advice, is the only thing they might trust when everything else feels like a performance.